Jay, what do you sum up? Like, what are you looking for in that game? With a lot of young guys in the lineup.
Yeah, well, we wanted to play with a lot of energy, first of all, and I thought that showed up. I thought our pace was good. A lot of the things that we worked on in our first 3 days in practices showed up, and I thought that was excellent too. There were some scrambly moments. I think you expect that in the first preseason game. But there was a lot of good, and a lot of players laid down a really good first preseason game and are starting to stake their claim.
One of those guys is Stuart Skinner, who you obviously know quite well from the last few years, and he talked how he's really ready for the opportunity to be a regular NHLer. He feels comfortable coming in because he feels like he has a job. What did you make of his performance, and maybe throughout camp what you've seen from him?
Yeah, I see a very professional young man. He's still a young man, but he's hit all the necessary development stages along the way. He never skipped a step. He's excelled at every stage, and he's put a lot of work in the summertime to take advantage of this opportunity. And what I saw tonight was a goaltender who went out and made big saves when there were breakdowns. There were breakdowns. It's the first preseason game. He made big saves. I thought he was a big factor in our penalty kill, having the success it had tonight. It's a good first, I think it was about 34 minutes, maybe 35 minutes for him. And, I thought Pickard went in and acquitted himself really well too. So both guys should be feeling good.
Okay, Dylan Holloway did very well in Penticton. Seemed like there was some carryover. What did you think of his performance tonight?
Yeah, I thought he was really good. Obviously the powerful stride and his ability to separate from his check, and I thought he was physical. I thought he showed up in offensive chances for. He was a big reason the penalty kill had the success it did tonight. I thought it was a good first game for him. I thought that line was an effective line for us tonight. I felt good when they were on the ice. There was they were a heavy line. I think they were on for 2 goals for. But Dylan certainly had a good first preseason game.
It seemed like you kind of put him in a lot of different areas and penalty kill, power play on, if offensive zone faceoff following a guilt penalty. Was that kind of by design, or how did you kind of go about doing that throughout the course?
Yeah, I think that's what the preseason's about, right? Is to, especially when you don't have a full lineup, so it's an opportunity for people to show what they have, put them in different types of situations, and I thought tonight allowed us to do that. You're right. We moved them around. We moved them on different power play units in different spots. With a couple different line mates a couple different times. I think this is the time of year to do that. We did that with some other players as well that we wanted to see get different looks. But like I said, it was a good first preseason game for him.
When you look at the blue line, Jay, you do the math, and it looks like Niemelainen is a guy that's going to have to figure out a way to hurdle over a couple of different people. But he's got this size, this speed, and this willingness to hit all the time. How much can he help himself by applying that dynamic that not a lot of other guys have?
Yeah, you just described him in a nutshell, right? And what his skill set is. I would call it his dimension, right? He's a unique defender, almost a throwback type of defender, in that he's got that element of physicality about him. He sneaks up on people. People aren't expecting it. But he's long. He closes fast. He's an excellent skater. He scored the goal tonight. I wouldn't say that's necessarily his forte, but he's put a lot of work in to put himself in the conversation to compete for ice time on the Edmonton Oilers blue line. And I don't think he did anything tonight to take his name out of that hat. He put in a really good first preseason game as well.
Is there a noticeable improvement in the puck skills? I mean, when you're a big guy like that maybe takes a while at the pro level.
Yeah.
Notice something there?
Yeah, I did. We gave him some things to think about, to work on during the summertime in our end of the year meeting with him. He had to he had to heal up some injuries that he was dealing with last year as well, but spent a lot of time on his puck skills. I also think it's a factor of just being more comfortable at this level, the more games he plays at this level. But you talk about someone who works his tail off, who brings a dimension to the table, and someone you're going to get an honest effort from night in, night out. That's Markus Niemelainen.
Jay, staying on the blue line, we talked to Jason Demers, and he talked about how grateful he is for the opportunity to earn an roster spot with the tryout. What did you see from him, and what kind of things can he bring to the table should he want to earn an opening night roster spot?
Yeah, I thought JD was very professional out there. I think he has a professional skill set. Obviously, you don't play 699 NHL games without bringing something to the table. I think he moves pucks well. He has offensive instincts at the blue line. He made a couple good plays on breakouts for us. I thought that pair, we just were talking about Niemelainen, but that pair of Niemelainen and Demers was one of our best ones tonight, and I felt good when they were both on the ice.
What have you seen from Noah Philp in Penticton, and then again tonight? Obviously, he made that great play on that one goal there.
I would rewind it even back. I was impressed with watching our captain skates and Noah's kind of progression. I see someone I felt in Penticton. He was one of the older players there, but he acquitted himself well. I think he's someone who processes the game properly. I think he has a good shot, an underrated shot. I think he's a right-handed center iceman. And I felt good as the game wore on today, and it was still a tight game heading into the third period, but I felt good when I put him on the ice, and I actually threw him out in some special situations, and he did really well. So I'm happy for him. He's got to be really excited about that game.
Coming back about Jason Demers, he said that he owe you a lot for the chance he has to play this year here. So do you feel like you play a big role in him coming here?
Well, to me, it made sense for our organization. It's not something that I did anything more than analyze the situation and make a recommendation. And, I think with him being available, coming to training camp on a pro tryout, to me, it made sense for us. We had some right-handed D-men that were nicked up a little bit. He's a person that comes to the arena every day with some juice to him. He's excited to be here. I think that serves him well in his quest to try and make the most of this opportunity. He had a good first preseason game. Now he's got to take advantage of the day tomorrow, whatever that brings for him, and get better.
Jay, I know it's a little bit early, but would you say that game had a lot of the elements that you're looking for your team to play this year? No goals against, and not really a lot of grade A chances against as well.
Yeah, I would say that game today was at times scrambly both ways, but I thought it featured good goaltending, which we're counting on. I thought it featured really good penalty killing. Timely goal scoring. I thought and a lot of, as I said earlier, a lot of the things that we've been working on in practice in all areas of our game showed up. So I think it's a good starting point heading into tomorrow night, going on the road for the first time with a group, and it's something to build off of. But like I said, that ends today. We're focused on tomorrow and making sure that we'll be the best we can be tomorrow.
Jay, looking ahead to tomorrow, do you have a plan for your goaltending? And then do you kind of map out what roster you want almost for the four or five games this week right now?
Yeah, I think you have a rough guideline of where you want to go with the amount of games for certain people and stuff like that. But you also account for people that are playing well and the message you want to send by maybe they earn another game or two and whatnot, and then maybe there's people that are underperforming, and you send a message by not playing them. I think it's a privilege to put on the Edmonton Oilers jersey, and that's something that Ken has talked about right from his first day, which is that we want the ability to put the oil drop on to be really special. Got a philosophy of earning the jersey, and that starts in Bakersfield and works its way up to Edmonton here. And so we watch and pay attention to who's playing well, and we want to give people that are earning it those opportunities.
So would part of tomorrow's lineup decision be certain guys that you want to see? Maybe some guys will go back to back just to see kind of how they react with travel and stuff
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah, you're going to see a couple guys go back to back. It's part of making the most of their opportunity. It's hard. Training camp's a hard time of year. Tomorrow, I think, is going to be the fifth straight day on the ice, and for a guy who played tonight's game and then have to go into a morning skate and then travel and all that kind of stuff, it's difficult. But making the Edmonton Oilers is going to be difficult too. So we're going to see what people are made of here.
What did you make of Jake Virtanen tonight?
I thought Jake was good. I thought that line was good. There's a heaviness to his game. I thought he went to some hard areas. When there were a lot of penalties, he didn't play a ton on the penalty kill or anything like that. But he should feel good that line was +2, and he was a key member on it. Good. Thanks, guys.